Hello, this is Nitin Dahad reporting from Computex, the first day of the show, and I'm here in Hall 1 on the Gigabytes booth. And I guess it's quite relevant because everything is about AI and AI servers and PCs and data centers, and today's keynote talk from Intel, from Pat Gelsinger, I think he basically talked all about all the AI stuff like we did have yesterday with the keynotes from MediaTek and from Qualcomm. And I think one of the key things that came out today in the keynotes, and both from Nvidia and also from Jensen Huang's Q&A with the media today, is how Taiwan is really important. And so I think Pat Gelsinger his opening line was, "I love the central role that Taiwan plays in the tech ecosystem." And I think he also sort of made a jibe at Jensen. Unlike what Jensen would have you believe, Moore's Law is alive and well, he said. And I think what was quite significant in Pat Gelsinger's keynote is every CEO in the computing industry in Taiwan was in the front row, and I think that's an indication of how important Taiwan's ecosystem is here. One of the things I think was key, and I think that's why I'm here on the Gigabyte stand as well, is basically how everybody's trying to say, we're bringing AI everywhere, and I think one of the key things is about AI being everywhere. But one thing I think I would say is the key things both Intel and Nvidia talked about was the fabric and the networking, and Pat Gelsinger basically talked about how open standards, networks and infrastructure was important, and that's why they're on the Ultra Ethernet Consortium and Ultra Accelerator Link, UA Link, announced last week for scale-up networks for AI. But it was interesting in Jensen Huang's Q&A how his response to that was, NVIDIA has been doing that for 7 years. We're on the fifth generation of NVLink. So, he kind of dismissed it. He said, by the time the Ultra Accelerator Link will get anywhere, we'll probably be on Gen 7 or Gen 8 of NVLink. But I think the key thing is networking is going to be important when you're connecting all these data centers, these GPUs, etc. And I think both CEOs made a play of that. When I get to Jensen's Q&A, I think he's basically, he talked about the networking, and he said, the world has awakened to the importance of NVLink. It's now generation 5. It's not just SerDes, it's software and more. And after 7 years of building NVLink, people have realized the significance of this in terms of the networking technology. And so, he basically talked about Taiwan as well, and how Taiwan was important. I think there was a question to him about why Taiwan and the geopolitical risk, but he said everybody's here, everybody in the ecosystem. And I think I said this yesterday as well. The whole stack, from building the chip, TSMC, to the production, the assembly, the test. It's all here. So I think that's why they're very keen and committed to Taiwan here. He said he would build a headquarters here any day if he had the right land. The other thing I think Jensen talked about was he talked about accelerating everything, and basically he said you shouldn't really be doing general purpose computing. Everything should be accelerated. He said everything in the future will be software defined, and everything that's software defined will have generative AI. So in the end, everything in the future will be on the edge and will have generative AI on the edge. So those were the sort of big headlines. But apart from that, I also attended the Innovex opening ceremony, and that's been very focused on the startups, and we had various ambassadors from around the world attending that ceremony, and the TCA, Taiwan Computer Authority, basically opening that with a TTA. So that was actually a sort of very different way of presenting things in terms of startups in Taiwan being very important in the ecosystem. And so I think that's me rounding off from day one of Computex, the official day opening, and look forward to talking to you tomorrow.